Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Fire Up Florida. I am here at the Florida Atlantic University men's basketball arena, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't be happier to be joined by men's basketball coach Dusty May. What a year you had last year.
Sensational season. Our guys put in the work. They deserve success, and they made plays throughout the season.
I mean, congratulations. You know, you talk about a David and Goliath story. Let's face it, you caught everybody's attention the way you did. So why don't you give us an overview of how all of this played out?
Well, we had a good season 2 years ago and had a lot of ill fortune with players getting injured, and then we were able to add some depth to our roster, some experience, help, veteran leadership, and once we started winning, the belief and confidence grew. And I think that was probably the biggest thing that we were lacking, was just the belief and expectation that we were going to win, and we weren't going to find it. It wasn't as if we were hoping. We started to expect to win, and I think going into this season, we're going to have the same expectations and standards.
You know, last year you had an opportunity to play in New York City. What was that experience like for you as a coach and your players? Everybody talks about the Big Apple, the mecca of basketball, and now you've arrived in New York City. You know, to me, you can't get any bigger in terms of being able to promote the programs through that area.
Once the ball's thrown up, it just feels like you're in another gym and you're competing. But when you walk on the court or shoot around, that's when it really hits. You're in Madison Square Garden getting ready to play a really good basketball game. So that was the moment, much like the Final Four, when you walk into the arena without the fans, it just feels different.
All right, so let's talk about the progression of the program since you took over. Did you ever imagine it could reach this point, knowing that I know at the beginning you were a little bit nervous taking the job, and all of a sudden, as time went on, you know, you finally were able to find out, you know, I could do something with this?
Well, probably never dreamed quite that big, but we felt like we could build a championship caliber program at FAU. And, you know, after that, you know, just like this year, we're not thinking about the Final Four national championship. We're thinking about winning every single game and getting in the tournament and then making a run at it.
All right, now during the spring, I joked around with football coach Tom Herman that he was coaching at a basketball school. And you know what? And he got a kick out of what I was thinking. You know, but I also remember going back to the days in Louisville, Denny Crum, you know, they ended up carrying the football program for a while. But, you know, and then until Howard Schellenberger took over and then it really became a football school. Do you really classify FAU as a basketball school, knowing that you've taken this program in anywhere as far as any particular major sport goes?
No, those words never came out of my mouth. If our players have said it, it's just been in a joking fashion. We root for the football team, we root for the volleyball team, we root for the women's basketball team. We want to build championship athletics at FAU, and we're proud to be a big part of that.
Beautiful. All right, well, let's talk about facilities. I know it's a beautiful, cozy gym here. I was talking to Brian White earlier that you guys are happy with the 5,000, and if you go much higher than that, obviously, it's harder to fill a building. What are your thoughts about the actual capacity? And I know he told me that if they had to go ahead and move a blue blood game, they could always go to where the Panthers play.
Well, obviously, the home court advantage is something that's very important to us, and we've created an amazing environment in here. The number of seats, I don't consume myself with it. It's I control what I can control, and that's trying to get our guys to really appreciate the fans being in here. They're providing, they have a direct impact on the game and our success, and we're grateful for that.
All right, so FAU had a strong start, and eventually the postseason in March. When you recruit, do you tell players and families that, hey, look, if you're looking to spend 3 to 4 years, this is an advantage of coming here, and that's why you were able to field a veteran team that played well and were familiar with one another, you know, during the tournament as well as throughout the year?
Well, we're very upfront and honest that we enjoy the developmental process, the longevity of having the team together. Do they guarantee that they're going to be here next number of years? No, we tell them that we get paid to coach basketball, and we're going to do it as well as we can, but we're going to be obsessed with their development, and it's up to us to provide them the environment and system for them to maximize their abilities and their opportunities. So we feel like that's our job, and the outcome will be that they'll want to stay 3 or 4 years.
Well, we know FAU is ranked 10th nationally. What's your thought on that? I know you have a lot of schools out there where they hand out big NIL money, but yet you're ranked 10th there. People people know about you. You're not sneaking up on anybody this year.
No, and we felt like once we became ranked in January, we weren't able to sneak up on people last year. It's going to be a different level this upcoming season, but we're proud of the ranking. We want to go higher. That means we're winning. But also it helps with recruiting, it helps with sponsorship, it helps with selling tickets, it helps with everything that our players want to do with life after basketball. So we welcome all of the attention as long as it doesn't detract us from what we need to do on a daily basis. Then we welcome it all.
Well, Tom Izzo, I'm from the Midwest, obviously, and Michigan State built his program, scheduling a lot of big programs. Do you feel like you're going to try to get as many big opponents as you can, so that your players can play against a maximum competition?
Yeah, every season's different based on, first and foremost, we need to schedule all the games that we have a chance to win all of them. But we think where we're going and from where we are now, there's going to be a lot of great opportunities for us to play primetime games on national television in the biggest environments. So that's what we're trying to do year in, year out. Obviously, each season's a lot different and opportunities change, but we're excited for the schedule we have in front of us.
Do you ever think in your mind when you were in the Final Four that I realized it was a tough loss to San Diego State, but what it would have been like to play Connecticut, because you guys were so close to getting them, and we saw in the final game that San Diego State was no match for Connecticut?
Yeah, personally, I don't live my life like that, but I did go back and watch UConn play after the fact just to see how we would have matched up and be thinking strategies and how to grow as a coach. But the San Diego State game happened. We're dealing in reality, so we move on to the next thing.
So, what are your thoughts now that you have the additional national television appearances? I mean, this is a real big boom for you guys.
Yeah, it's great for our university, it's great for our community, and most importantly, it's great for our players and our program as a whole. And so we welcome the attention. It's a responsibility to promote our program, university, and athletic department. So we're excited.
I just have a few more questions and I'll wrap it up, okay? And that's it. Let's talk about the NIL. How is FAU able to handle a lot of the NIL money compared to a lot of the other schools?
I can't speak. It's not as if there's no database on what everyone has. Because we're in South Florida and our guys are very remarkable, they've been able to capitalize on a lot of different opportunities. It hasn't been enough for us to maintain a high level of success. We don't know. We need to continue to work and search out opportunities to help our players, but we do that every day.
Okay, finally, sell the program to everybody, because I know during the off season you had an opportunity to throw the first pitch over at the Marlins, and then you made it up to Daytona as well. So for anybody that's looking at FAU men's basketball, sell the program as to why they should be here. Obviously, you were able to do that in a couple big instances.
And we believe we've created an incredible environment to come here, grow as a person and player, improve every single day, and be treated the way that we would want our sites to be treated as coaches. So our players love each other. They have a great camaraderie, and they really believe that they're iron sharpening iron every day.
So did you enjoy those trips to Daytona and the Marlins?
They were unbelievable experiences for me and my family personally. I wish I could have a pitch back. Unfortunately, my ball was scuffed because I got it in the ball, but the experience was amazing.
All right, tonight the Sports Exchange follows Fire Up Florida. Meanwhile, Coach Dusty May, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I wish you nothing but the best of success, and hopefully we can see a lot of great things from here as well. I look forward to seeing you during the course season.
Likewise.
Thanks for joining us.
Go out.
Thank you.